Hello, and welcome to the Food Affair Wrap-Up episode. Today, Keith and I will be discussing what makes food organic, and why organic and vegetarian options are better for you and the environment.
So Ryan's going to start off first and tell us exactly what organic is and why it is good for you.
So, organic food must adhere to specific regulations set in place by the AAFC, or the Agricultural and Agri-Food of Canada, and also the Ministry of Agriculture. Organic food is grown without any harmful synthetic pesticides, artificial fertilizers, radiation, or biotechnology.
You obviously don't want radiation in your food.
So the reason that this organic food is better for you is because it has a higher nutritional value. The absence of pesticides and fertilizers in your food allows the plants to boost production of phytochemicals, such as vitamins and antioxidants. This is strengthening the resistance, much like how humans can strengthen the resistance to viruses. Also, these harmful synthetic pesticides and fertilizers can lead to headaches and even cancer. And even low-level pesticide exposure can harm fetuses and pregnant women.
So next I'll be talking about exactly why vegetarian food is good for you and what makes it so good. So first of all, eating vegetarian makes you the primary consumer, which means that you're eating producers, which means you're getting the absolute most amount of vitamins and nutrients out of your food. It's not being processed by an animal and then fed back into you. Another thing is, you don't need to feed animals and keep animals around if you're eating vegetarian, because you're just eating the vegetables that you would normally be feeding to the animals. And it takes about 3.5 acres of land to feed a meat eater for a year, where it takes about 1/6 of an acre for a vegetarian. Also, vegetarian food is a lot better for you because you can, well, grow it yourself. So you can literally have all your food readily available when you need it, and it's all at a lot cheaper of a cost. Another thing is, it's a lot less processed. Meats and all that stuff that comes along with the meat industry, a lot of processed stuff, a lot of traveling around. The meat industry really kind of, hurts the environment. So it's always good when you can eat vegetarian, because not only is it good for you, but it's also good for the environment. You get to save some animals, get to save some greenhouse gases, and you're doing yourself a favor. People with who eat vegetarian often have lower risk of heart disease and cancer because they're not ingesting so many fatty acids and sodium, which can lead to problems over time.
And just to discuss real quick why organic food is better for the environment, it reduces the pollutants that can reach groundwater and creates richer soil that aids plant growth. It also prevents and reduces erosion. Organic food, cultivating organic food, decreases pesticides that can end up in your drinking water. In some cities, the level of pesticides that were registered have been unsafe for weeks at a time.
And going along with what Ryan's saying about the water, another thing about vegetarian is it takes a lot less water to feed your plants than it does to keep animals, hydrated and fed for a couple months before they're slaughtered. So it also keeps down on water use, which in today's world is really key because there's not a whole lot of fresh water on this earth.
So to close here, we'd just like to say that organic food uses 50% less energy than traditional conventional farming.
And also, if you cut meat out of your diet for 1 day a week for a whole year, you'll be saving about 15 gallons of gas. And that's just an average from how meat gets shipped around the country. And also, it takes about 54 calories of fossil fuels to make just 1 calorie of protein from red meat. So it's not really energy effective at all.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Food Affair and our season as a whole. I hope you like to join us again sometime. when we will study other aspects of
Eating healthy.
eating healthy and environmental science. That's all for us here at Food Affair.
Stay healthy, my friends.